Hey, everybody. Now, most of you have been around for a long time, for years. And so this video is actually for those who are new. And I suppose the ones who've been around for a while wouldn't mind watching it either. But so I've had a podcast, I've had a radio show, and I've talked a lot about true love because true love is a catalyst for humanity ascending. And I am all about aiding in the ascension of humanity. Now, I've been enlightened before. I've been in the 5D before. I know what that's like. So I've been helping all of you to grow in so many different ways so that you can ascend at this time, so that you can overcome what's going on in our world, so that you can be aware of what's going on in our world and rise above it and see the deeper meaning of it. So just like in true love, when you have somebody who just wants to be with their true love and that's all they're about, and they're just like, where is he? Where is he? And they do no work on themselves. You're really doing yourself a disservice, and you're not going to be able to end up with your true love. I mean, it's going to take forever. You're going to really prolong that separation period if you don't make it all about your personal growth and learning not to take things personally and all of that stuff. Was kind of similar to our world. You know, people who come to my channel and they only want the news. Now, you guys are doing the same thing. I just want the end result. I just want the carrot at the end of the stick. You guys aren't realizing this is about personal growth. All of it is about personal growth, development, ascension, overcoming these things, seeing the deeper truths. So I heard somebody say that the Q&As, you know, the Ask Amy Q&As, they don't pertain to them because they're personal. That's not true. You obviously have not been watching the beginning of my Q&As, because I explain frequently that every question that somebody asks, I put out the intention to heal all of humanity. Anybody going through the same situation or circumstance is also being aided and helped. So that's just not true. You should probably listen thoroughly to the whole entire show to see what I'm talking about. It helps everybody, and it helps all of you who are all about the news, because you ought not be all about the news, because you are not helping us get to the end result by just focusing on information. Okay. We need to be transmuting what's happening in our world and rising above it and pulling us all to the finish line. Okay. That's how we get there the fastest. We need to learn how to manifest so that we don't prolong things. We can't be leaning into a timeline and go, oh, but it hasn't happened October 1st. It was supposed to happen on October 1st. Why isn't it happening on October 1st? Because of your energy, because you're being that way. Okay. So my channel is to aid everybody in everything they want. That's essentially what I'm helping you guys do. So the way in which I do it is my own creative expression. Whether I decide to be on camera, or I decide to show the table, or I decide to show the wall or the grass or the trees, it doesn't matter. I'm sharing information with you to be helpful, and it's channeled information. It's channeled from spirit. It's channeled from compassion, love, kindness, and a very straightforward attitude that I have that's like just no bullshit. Okay. I say it straight up. I say it like it is. I'm not going to put rose-colored glasses on you guys, because I lived in rose-colored glasses for a very long time. And you know, all that, I'm here to break you of people pleasing. I'm here to help you establish boundaries, all those things that are going to help you be a humanitarian, that are going to help you to overcome all the anxiety of what's happening right now, to help you to get to the end result that you're wanting to achieve. I mean, that's why you're watching the news, right? You want to know that you're okay. And you want to know that we're going to make it through this, and that we're not headed to some kind of crazy timeline. So, I mean, I am posting things on my community tab to help you guys, like decrees that you can repeat. I'm, you know, doing these videos on a regular basis. So I just wanted to clarify all of that for you. The videos that come out on a regular basis. So I'm going to tell you the different videos that I do and how they occur and when they occurred, just so you guys can kind of anticipate that. On a weekly basis, I do something called Ask Amy, and it's a Q&A. And it can be personal or it can be about our world. I mean, anyone can ask anything they want to in there. And basically what I do is I ask spirit what they have to say about it. Now, they may give you 3 puzzle pieces, or they may give you the full picture. I never know what spirit's going to do with the information, whatever, they give you, spirit gives you what you need to hear. God gives you, group of deities gives you what it wants you to know in that moment. It gives you the step to go forward into what you're going to. So you go to amysatori.com/ask Amy if you want to ask a question, and it gives you all the instructions there, and it tells you everything about it. And it even tells you when your video will come out if you order today, kind of thing. So there's that, and that comes out every week on Thursdays right now. And that has evolved through time. But right now that's how it's set up. Okay. And then we have the Divine Masculine report, and that goes out monthly, and that goes out usually just right before the next month to give you guys some information on the true love energies. So if you guys want to know more about true love and what I'm even talking about and the different types of true love and stuff like that, you can go to my playlist called All About True Love and just go check that out. And then I have let's see, so that's about, once a month. And that just explains the Divine Masculine's energy, and it kind of gives tips and advice for both of you too, and kind of just both lets you know like where you guys are both at. So I mean, but it's called the Divine Masculine report because while you guys are watching those types of readings on YouTube in general, it's because you're the divine feminine usually, and you're in separation. You're in the separation phase of true love, and you are curious what's going on in your masculine's mind while he's ignoring you or ghosting you. And I do have ghoster cards, divine masculine ghoster cards, to help with that too, oracle cards. So, all right. So then we move into the Great Awakening videos, the Great Awakening updates. Those go out approximately once to twice a month. They go when they're inspired to go. They go when I might have an informant give me a group of questions, or I might gather a group of questions in combination with what somebody gives me and what my World Truth, what is it called? World Questions chat on Telegram. If anybody's asking some questions in there that I feel would be good to add to the video, I just basically accumulate a list of good questions of what's going on in our world right now. And when I feel like the list is complete, I feel like it's good to go and it's going to be a great video, then I put it out. There is no rhyme. I was going to say there's no rhyme or reason. There's definitely rhyme or reason for it, but it's random. There's no, date or anything, any predictability, except that it comes out when it's inspired to come out. So yeah, I'm not a news channel. I am a channel, but I don't want to just give you information. I want to really meditate and really get good, accurate information, tapping into source in the most pure way possible. Sometimes I've had guests, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I show my face again. Sometimes I don't. Roll with it. You got to be flexible on my channel because I switch stuff up. So the more flexible and open-hearted and open-minded you are, the more you'll enjoy my channel. That's for sure. Okay. So, and what was the other thing? Oh, there was also a Great Awakening playlist you guys can check out. I've been on Spiritually Raw. I have been talked to Kimberly Palm. I've done a couple talks with Michelle Fielding. Some people you might be familiar with. So if you want to go look at some of those talks, there are also talks in there about my experience with enlightenment. If you're curious as to what that's like, because it's really not like being in the 3D human experience at all. I mean, you're here, but it's very vastly different and very inspiring. If you guys want to check that out. And then the other couple of things that pop up sometimes would be messages from spirit. Those are just usually downloads, or maybe a pattern is repeating a lot. Like everybody's coming to me with a certain issue. If there's like certain themes that I feel like would be helpful to you guys that are going on right now, I'll get on and do a messages from spirit and let you know. And it might even be a whole bunch of things. I never know when those are going to happen. I just feel like, I just feel spirit urging me to write a bunch of stuff down and to get on camera. So that's when I know those are coming. So, I just posted a video on a dream that I had because I felt that would be helpful. And then I also do talks about life, and that dream was during the dream video was included in the talks about life because it just sharing my life. So that's what the talks about lives are, is basically just me giving advice on how to be a good listener, how to be a good friend, how to identify a bad friend, any of that kind of stuff. Anything that's been helpful to me in my life that I would tell you as a good friend is in that playlist as well. So all of these are playlists: talks about life, messages from spirit, the great awakening. And I put links to the true love playlist and the great awakening as the end screen for all of my videos, pretty much. So all you got to do is just wait till the very end and wait till it comes on, and then you can click on it. True love, great awakening. Is there anything else they need to know? Oracle, the Oracle cards. I do offer Oracle cards, the World Truth cards. Some of you who are really into the news and really into the world events right now, specifically, you might really enjoy those. You can take a look at examples of them if you go to amysatori.com/store. What is a slore? Store. Go in there and there's pictures of the cards and a lot of examples, and basically it helps you to check out what's actually really going on behind the scenes on whatever subject you're talking about or what you're inquiring about. It really gives you some good, valuable insights. So if you're not a tarot card reader and you don't understand what tarot cards are readers are talking about, when they're describing certain things, it's kind of like a way of explaining different things that come out in the cards. You know what I mean? So you don't have to be any kind of professional reader at all in any way, shape, or you don't even have to be intuitive at all. You just pick up the cards and you ask spirit, what's really going on with X, Y, and Z. And then you pick a few cards out of the Oracle deck and spirit will show you what's going on. We'll tell you what's going on. So it gets to the heart of the matter and it tells you the truth. You might have to, there's a video on there. There's a video when you go to look at the store. At the very beginning, I suggest watching that video because it explains how to read the cards and how to take a look at the cards. So I'm going to pause the recording real quick and go get my spirit deck to give you guys a message too. And then we'll do a blessing. Okay. Spirit, what do you want to tell these folks who are watching right now? What do you want to tell these folks who are watching right now? What do you want to tell the collective of the people who are watching right now, please? What is it you want them to know? Whatever you're seeing in another person, see that it's also in you, both the good and the bad. See only you and not the differences between you, and you'll find peace. So, anything that irritates us about somebody else is actually something that we haven't healed within ourselves. So, that's one thing that we're learning right now, is not to judge people, not to judge others, because they're just a reflection of us and we are all one. So that also perpetuates the things that are going on in our world right now, is our judgment of others, because it's our shadow side that needs to get dealt with in order, in Annie meowing, by the way, is a confirmation. When we perpetuate our shadow side by judging others, we also don't love ourselves. And when we don't love ourselves, we can't love others, and it just perpetuates, and then we have more evil in the world. So if you really want to quickly get to the end of all this nonsense, then start loving yourself and start not judging other people. But it first starts with loving yourself. You can just simply put your hand on your heart and say, I love you to yourself 100 times without counting. Also, I thought I'd say too that if you guys ever want to know the latest updates on what's going on, either in my life or not usually in my life, but any kind of updates on the store or new cards coming out or new procedures or new anything, I probably talk about like 10 to 20 minutes at the beginning of my Q&As to let you guys know any kind of updates. So if you guys just want to kind of, even daily boosters, those who are subscribed to my daily boost, I oftentimes put messages for you guys in there too. So just always be on the lookout of those. I would just make it a regular, even if you don't watch anything else of mine, I would definitely make a habit of watching, the intro to all of my Q&As, the once a week Q&As, if you want to keep up with what's going on with me. Okay, so, okay, here we go. What's another one? Whoever or whatever you've been thinking of, you should take some sort of action on it. So a lot of times we're feeling inspired by spirit to take some kind of divinely guided action, and we just kind of sit on our hands about it, and we we'll make up any excuse in the book not to do it because we feel insecure or not worthy or not. I mean, we come up with every excuse in the book. The ego just really kind of, doesn't like inspiration and doesn't like us to do something outside of our comfort zone or that will actually free us. So it's important that we take action on those things that we're prompted to do. This involves illusory beliefs of guilt and shame. You can make a bigger impact now and best honor your past by letting negative emotions go and embracing a more positive outlook. Okay, so this is also something that I help a lot with on my channel, is dealing with guilt and shame, because keeping those emotions going, not forgiving people is like another thing. You keep those negative emotions going and you're not going to be able to, it's just like the same thing as dealing with your shadow side, but you're not going to, we think that, I don't know. It's just funny how the ego works, but it really does a good job of keeping us stuck in life and not getting anywhere, and not even, even mourning somebody is something that the Luciferians, I mean, they have really duped us good. They've made us not be in the moment anymore. We always think about the past and the future and all that kind of nonsense. But when somebody dies, they make it a really, really big deal, really big deal. And like, we should mourn them and we should feel guilty if somebody dies and we don't properly mourn them for a certain period of time, or if you don't bring food to people who are mourning, oh, God forbid. There's all this judgment that those guys have created in our society that we need to put the kibosh on. And I talk a lot about that here on this channel as well. Okay. You have a voice and a heart that wants to use it, so set it free. So they're talking to me too, but also, so it's like, I'm just sharing my heart with you guys. I have a voice and a heart that wants to use it. And I'm setting it free on my channel, in whichever way that comes out. And also, a lot of you guys are going to be doing really extraordinary things. I felt into the things you're going to be doing in the future, and it'd be overwhelming if I told you everything I see. But it's really beautiful, and a lot of you are sprouting wings, and it's going to be amazing. So I help you to speak your truth and to speak from your heart as well. Okay, if you had any idea how protected you are, you wouldn't spend another wasted moment on worry. So that's another thing that I help you guys with on my channel a lot, is how to deal with worrisome thoughts and how to deal with your fears and things and anxieties that come up, and how to be proactive in making a difference in those areas where you can. There is something you can do about what's going on in the world right now. And I'm going to empower you on my channel as to how best to do that and how to find your niche in what that is and all of that. So, and I'm also available for private readings, 20-minute and 45-minute readings. If you go to amysatori.com/services, Just go to my website and just poke around a bit. Please read when you go to my services page. Please very thoroughly read. If you're interested in a certain subject, you just push it. Like if you want to do a remote reading, you just push it and read all the information, and it'll tell you everything you need to know. And if you ask me, I'm just going to point you back to it because I really want you guys to learn to, you guys need to do your research and take a look. And I put all this time and energy into making my explanation as streamlined and as thorough as possible so you guys don't have to ask me anything. Because there have been moments when I am so completely swarmed and overwhelmed with, inquiries and whatnot. I can't handle and get back to everybody. So I've had to make it like that. I've had to streamline it so that I don't have to waste my time having to explain everything over and over and over the same thing, So, and if you guys, speaking of, your dashboard is amysatori.com/account/login. So if you've ordered a reading from me, go there and it should tell you, I think it tells you everything you need to know, any kind of outstanding orders. It might tell you when you're scheduled for. I don't get in there, so I don't know. But it might tell you when you're scheduled for. If it doesn't, yeah, I think it does. So that's your way in. So go there first before asking me anything. And if you can't, your password isn't working or whatever, just reset your password using that link I just gave you. Okay. You need to remove that toxic person, group, or situation from your life if you want things to change. Very true. We really are having to sacrifice and give up a lot right now of the old so that we can have new come in. You can't grasp onto both sides. You can't keep people pleasing these guys who are using you and abusing you in certain ways and expect to have all this good come in. I can't tell you how many times in my life that I've had to just make that decision to I just need to cut it out. You just got to cut it out. And when you do, some really amazing energy starts filling up that hole. So don't ever worry about needing to cling to any of that old stuff that just doesn't fit anymore. Just let it go. Let it go, and let it go in the most blunt way possible. Block them, get them off your channel. Don't let them see anything anymore. Don't follow them anymore. Like really do, that way you're not going to have all the back and forth and then having to explain and them trying to talk you back into it and none of that. Just be done with it. Rip the Band-Aid off and be done. You've done nothing wrong. So, the guilt is a big thing right now. Guilt is a really big thing. And people are going to be realizing that when they realize that these things are poisonous, that they've been giving their children and their pets and themselves for years, they're going to feel terrible, and we're going to have to be there for them. So I am raising up leaders on this channel. I'm helping you come from a place of integrity. I'm helping you to check yourself before you wreck yourself. I'm helping you to sustain your mentality through a really crazy, crazy time. So, and I'm helping the true love counterparts come together so that they can make a huge impact in this world right now, being the powerhouses they're going to be. So my channel is all about aiding in the ascension and the awakening of humanity. And I express it in many different ways, in many different forms, many different videos, on camera, off camera, however it comes up. So thank you for flowing with me. Those of you who've been with me for a long time, I love you guys. I think you guys are just amazing. And I'm so lucky to have you guys as part of my tribe. Those who are new, welcome. I hope you can appreciate some of these other aspects, some of the spiritual aspects of my channel, as well as just the news. I do love that you love the news. That's great. I think we do need to be aware of what's going on, and we need to know the truth of what's going on. But at the same time, we need to be holistic about our approach, I believe, at this time. So this is a holistic channel, meaning I cover many different things that can all assist in the awakening right now. So which perspective or option feels good or gives you relief? Choose that one. Everything is a placebo, and sometimes we do actually have to trick our minds. Sometimes we have to believe something in order to go that direction. Like if you have to trick your cat to get in a crate to go to the vet, we know that has to happen. sometimes even angels and your spirit crew will lie to you to get you to go in a certain direction. And once you go to that direction, you're safe over there. They're like, okay, now here's the truth. So always be asking for the truth in all things. Be asking for things to be made obvious to you. Be asking for solutions and answers to anything. And I've been hearing really great reports from people who have joined my daily boost. It's a subscription, and I lend you some energy and some guidance energetically every day. So a lot of you feel a lot of peace from that and feel like your life is getting a lot smoother, and relationships with people are even improving, and your health is improving, and all kinds of wonderful things. So if you're interested in that, that's there too. I also do like 20-minute videos where I do like an energetic med bed for people, and or I answer some questions for you. If you have like a list of 5 to 7 ailments and or issues that you're working with in life, then I can just shoot you over a 20-minute video. And the turnaround for that's been actually a lot quicker than it used to be, a lot quicker. So you can usually get it within like 2 to 4 weeks, maybe even quicker than that now. So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. And if you want to join my World Questions chat and Telegram, just let me know. I'm on Telegram. Join my channel. Reach out to me. Make a comment. Just say, where's your chat? Can I be a part of it or whatever? And I will do that. So let me do a blessing for you guys right now to help with whatever you need right now. So drop your shoulders and relax. As long as it's within everybody's free will and it's for the highest good of everybody involved, then this blessing, this light language blessing, is going to amplify the energy of whatever it is you're intending or asking for. Amanatain sa shi laki natai mahan ala la shinchiki pim pim po maan taila shina ike la san se la puma ana ke la ke insan se na ai. Okay, so Spirit just said that my channel is about getting out of your head and dropping into your heart. That's also why I'm not just all about the news. Okay. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.